remember yesterday we were doing a lot of steep approaches with the wind?
Yeah.
So this is much more shallow, and it'll be interesting. You did great with the gusts of wind yesterday, and so now there's no wind, and you should be able to solo because you landed a couple of times yesterday, and the plane seems to be just about right.
Colin's getting ready to go. Wow. Okay, now see if you can shoot a landing. I think you can. Now remember, these are a lot longer approaches, a lot more shallow. A lot shallower. Now you can go ahead and land long out there and just let it roll out. Let this one just roll out. Nice. Just let it roll out and then taxi all the way back. Oh, okay, take off again. Listen to your daddy.
Sorry.
So now,
I think I was going to stop in time.
To solo, you have to do 3 in a row, and one of them has to be a full stop. One can be a, actually 2 have to be full stop because the final one you're full stop and come back to us. But one can be a touch and go, and now this one, do a full stop, taxi back, take off, do it again, and you're a solo pilot. So there's lots of runway out in front. Just get it to start rolling and just. And yeah, now you don't want to turn too quick and yeah, good, super good.
Oh, it's stalled.
Oh, okay, now that's not your fault, so.
There's Ray running to go get the plane that stalled. He's running and he's running. He's running back now. See, Daddy, run with the plane. We will fade back as he comes closer, noting his running. He is approaching the spot.
There we are. Now one more go around and
Yeah.
it's soli time. Okay. Right.
Starting right up, we are noticing that it starts right up. Right up is how it started.
There you go.
All right. This is the final go round for his solo. And just an amazing display of learning by osmosis, I guess. Your total stick time has now got to be maybe, well, we did a couple hours at the beach. And we flew 40 minutes yesterday. So you're looking at 3 or 4 or 5 hours maybe total in your life. And now you can set up further or far out like you've been doing. And then push down almost to the horizon. Remember, throttle down completely. Push down a lot more. Yeah, more even. More. You remember you're aiming at the X. Good. See, now you're low and slow over the runway. And it's going to be a beautiful landing. Now taxi back to us. Keep the throttle up.
It already died.
Oh, it died. Okay, well that counts. That's 3. Congratulations, Colin.
Normally it's a handshake, but
yeah, oh, and a hug. Yeah. All right. Where's that airplane? There it is. Nice. And a little to the right there. Did it stop?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. We got the engine running again. Nice. Wow, I'm really proud of you, Colin. And you know, it's a joy that I've had for all these years, since before you were born, well before you were born.
And now the chance will go from crash to let me play, let me play.
Yeah. Ooh. Beautiful. On the camera here, I couldn't tell when it stopped flying. Nice use of power. I can hear you coming down in steps, you know, very natural and normal for you, just to kind of use the power as well as the other controls. Very mature flying for 3 days. At it. Beautiful. Beautiful.
It's weird how, well...
How what?
Well, how when you sort of, you understand, and I mean, when you kind of get a feel for it, then you can...
It's exactly the key word you've used a couple of times now, feel for it. When I see students, they can feel what's happening, and then I know that they're close, and you just picked it up so quickly. Nice. Beautiful. A nice reaction there. Little bounce, and then you waited just for the right time. You got on it just cradle it and touched beautifully after that. It's just what you want to do. And you know, there's these basics that you always can come back to if you think you're getting a little rusty or something, you know. There's always going to be a horizon line. On your landing, you pick a couple of terrain features that you can use to notch in. You pick the end of the runway and use that as the point of the triangle and keep the wheels above the horizon just beautifully like you're doing right now until you got it over the runway like that, and just beautiful. Whoa! Now, if it's slow like that, you remember you can't get the nose up too much because...
Well, I didn't want to hit those things.
Yeah, I know. And it wandered left on you. And, you know, things happen. You're got a couple of hours on the stick now. Doing fantastic.
Are you supposed to, what are the rules? Are you supposed to go out further?
No, you're in the beautiful pattern right there. You've been just, we covered the pattern a little bit, but I didn't have to say it twice. I mean, you know, you're right in the landing pattern. You come out wide enough to make your turn in. And now for bigger airplanes, they might do a little wider pattern. You could certainly go narrower or a smaller one than that on this, but you've just been flying a beautiful pattern. Oh, that was nice. When I show this video to John, he's going to realize we're all kindred spirits because your sense for landing and your joy of it that you've told me about it and are demonstrating here is something we all just... And all my other students too, really. It's why we do this, really. Every landing is such a challenge. And you can just brush those wheels on exactly the way you want, maybe, or you know, the next time. How many times can you do it in a row? And it's just a constant challenge. And of course, there's lots of different types of airplanes too. I can't wait to get you into the hand-tossed gliders at the beach type thing. Because that gives you the ultimate freedom. You're not tied to the engine and the need for any kind of space for a takeoff or anything. You throw it and you catch it, electronic boomerang style.
Yeah, I like that.
And that's the thing, yeah. I wish next time you're here, we're going to do some work on that one. My really good one is in for repairs now, and I'm building a new one too. Maybe when I get the new one built, I'll check you out on the old one, and maybe we can get you onto that. Because it's small, you can take it to Baja. Oh, beautiful. You don't need any fuel. You don't need all the accessories, the motors, the stuff like that. So, And you can fly it just about anywhere you can catch it. Each time it looks like you're just pushing nicely to the X. See the final approach, that was beautiful too. The final approach always has two phases. The first phase is the push to the numbers, an X in this case. We've got an X on the end of the runway. And of course you guide that push through that triangulation of the terrain features on the horizon and the X in front. But once you've gotten low over the X, then you forget all about pushing it down or driving it at that X. And in whichever way you have to. You might have to add power to bring it into the X. But once you're in low over the X, now your whole thing is to keep the wings level and bleed off airspeed and stay level until the wheels touch. Just like you're doing. Beautiful. And then if it does a little bounce like that, you wait till it gets to the top, and then you pull back with the rest of your stick. And done right, the nose wheel will never touch first, and that's what you want to always avoid, is the nose wheel touching, because it's not meant to take those loads. On full-size airplanes, if you touch the nose wheel first before the main gear, generally you're going to be in for an FAA inspection of your nose gear or something, you know, because the mechanics will definitely want to look at it, because it might shimmy after that, it might be thrown out of whack. It's just like if you hit a curb real hard with your wheels of your front, your front end alignment is going to be out. Oh, that was so beautiful, Colin. Yeah, little Brody, yeah. That was, all of these landings you're doing, I would just be proud of, and for you to be doing them makes me still proud. Boy, am I a proud guy.
Pride never stops.
Go around one more time. I know, take it up real high.
Yeah.
And then we'll cut the engine off and just have you dead stick glide it down. There's Colin's dead stick landing. He's going to roll it to our feet, or close to it. Excellent, excellent. What a great solo pilot, and a proud dad.